Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a dissolving logo. So we're going to be able to do this all in After Effects, and there's no add-ons, there's nothing you have to buy, there's no links. It's all going to be in After Effects. So let's get started. So we'll get started with a new project file right there and a new composition. And we'll name this one render. There we go. Okay. And then depending on how fast your computer is, you might want to edit at a different resolution rate. So I'm editing in quarter right now just because we'll be adding in lots of effects and I don't want it to slow down anything. So once you figured out what you want to edit in, we will move on to the project bin on the left right here. So we'll double click that and grab the logo you want. So that's the logo I want, and we're going to drag it into our composition. There we go. And then you can resize the logo however you'd like. I'm just going to make mine a little smaller, center it a little more right there, and then click out of this logo. Make sure the logo is not clicked or anything. Then you will click your rectangle tool right up here. Change the fill color to whatever color you'd like. We're just going to stick with white. So there we go, and make sure the stroke is on none. So perfect, and then we'll double click the rectangle tool so that it fills the space, just like that. And then depending on how you want it to reveal, so say we want it to reveal that way, we're going to put this rectangle down here, but I want it to reveal down like this. So I'm going to put my rectangle up. Then the shape layer, we're going to add two different effects to it. So we're going to go to our right hand side right here, click effect, and the first effect that we're going to put on is turbulent displace. So right here, turbulent displace. Add that onto our shape layer. And then the second effect is Gaussian blur. So Gaussian blur right there, and we will add it to the shape layer also. So starting with our turbulent displace, we're going to change the sizing to about maybe 50. You can mess around with this, see like what size you like. What I found best is about 50, and then same with complexity at about 10 is what I found really nice, and you can start to see that distortion start to come up right there. And I'm going to move that up just a little bit just so that it's not covering our logo yet. And then our Gaussian blur, I'm going to change that to about 25, just kind of like soften it a little bit. You can mess around with that also. So once we have that, we're going to go back to our logo right there, and we're going to right click and we're going to pre-compose this. We're just going to name that logo. Perfect, right there. So once that is pre-composed, we're going to go back to our shape layer and we're going to time frame. So we're going to go on to transform and then make sure we're at the beginning, and we're going to click position this time toggle right there, click it, and then move to however long you want. Let's go about 2 seconds, and then you'll cover your logo with your rectangle shape. So then we'll just drag it down. There we go, making a time frame, another time frame. There we go. Let's play this, see how we like it. Okay, not bad. I think it's a little slow, so I'm going to just make it a little quicker by dragging this back and dragging my time frame back. There we go. Okay, I like that. I like the speed of that, but you guys choose how you'd like to do that. So once that is done, we are going to track mat it. So if you don't have this thing show up right here, you're just going to click right down here, this toggle switch thing. And we're going to track mat it. So you're going to take this and just drag it onto the shape layer like so. There we go. So then that creates a mask for you. So this is what it is kind of looking like. There we go. So it reveals it. And that is what we'd like to see. So then we're going to pre-compose this shape layer right here. We're going to right click, pre-compose, and we're just going to name this shape. There we go. So we've got two pre-composed. Then we're going to take both of these right there, highlight both, and we're going to pre-compose both of these, and we're going to call this logo reveal. So logo reveal. There we go, just so that it looks like one. Then we're going to duplicate this. So you can right click, duplicate, like Command C, Command V, but the easiest way is you click that and we'll click Command D or Control D. There we go. And then we're going to track mat this again. So I'm going to drag this onto there, track mat just one more time, and then if you can see, there's like this little thing that shows up right here. So we're going to click it on the right here just so that we can invert the map, and it's going to introduce this like weird outline. You can kind of see it. Do you guys see that right there? This weird little outline. So to hide this, we're going to go into effect and we're going to search up mini max right there, and we're going to drag it onto the top layer like so. Once that is dragged on, we're going to go into channel right here, and we're going to change that to alpha. There we go. So once that is changed to alpha, we're going to go into the radius, and we're going to change to like 1 or 2. It depends on how big your logo is. So like 1 you can still see of BU, so I'm going to go to 2. And hopefully that it is still there, so maybe 2.5. Kind of just mess around with it till it completely disappears. So there we go, 2.5 works really well. And then I'm gonna make this line right here a little thicker. To do that, we're gonna take this top layer and we're just gonna move it like so. There we go. I think that is good enough. I think that is thick enough. I like the look of that. There we go. And then we're gonna highlight both of these and we're gonna pre-compose these right here. And then we're gonna name this emitter. So there we go. Emitter, and we'll click OK. Perfect. Then we're going to go back to our project window right over here, and we're going to start a new composition. So right down there, there we go, and we'll call this one Logo Vanish. Looks good. And then we're going to drag in the logo composition. So right here, go, and then we're going to drag in the shape composition right there. We're going to put it above the logo. So there we go. And then we are going to track mat it again. So we're going to take the logo, track mat it to shape. And then we're going to invert right here again. So there we go. Then we're going to go back to our render composition. So right over here on the left-hand corner, we'll go there, and then we're going to drag our logo vanish composition right there, and we're going to drag it down under the emitter. Take that, drag it down under the emitter. Is that looking perfect? And then we're going to go into our emitter right here, and we're going to add a particle system effect to it. So we're going to go right over here, search up particle systems 2 right there, and we're going to drag that onto emitter. There we go. And then we're going to open up the producer right here. And we're going to change the radius to about 50. There we go. Oh, you can't see the change to it, but there. That is what we added to it. So we're going to change that to about 50. And then we're going to go into physics right here. And we're going to change the animation to twirly. There we go. Then we'll go on to velocity, and we'll go to about 0.1. And then gravity, we'll also go to about 0.1. So this is like which way the particles are going. So that we want the particles to go down with the logo. Say you were having it revealed up like this, then we would go negative 0.1. So once we've got that done, we're going to go into particle right down here. And we are going to change the type to faded sphere. So this is what it's looking like right now. And then we're also going to change the birth size to about 0.05. There we go. And then depth size to about the same, 0.05. And see how that looks. It's looking good. Perfect. And then we're going to change the size variation to 100. So there we go. 100. And then max opacity will also go to 100. There we go. So then we will click right here, source alpha inherit. So what this does is it contains it to just the logo. So as you can see right here, there are particles kind of all around there, but we want it to just be to the logo. So when we click that, it will only be to the logo. Kind of see it. You can kind of see it slightly there. And I'll show you how to fix that later on how you can see more of the particles. But first, let's click on the birth color. And we'll do the inside color right there. And then death color, you'll do the same color, but a little darker. So we'll darken that just a little bit. Perfect, there we go. So now that we've got that done, we're gonna go all the way up to birth rate. So as you can see, there's not many particles, so it doesn't really create that much of an effect. So we're gonna change that particle to about 1,000. There we go. See that? There's a bunch of particles that just popped up right there. And then we're going to change the longevity to about 4 seconds, just so it lasts a little longer than 2. There we go. Next, we are going to add a glow effect to it. So we're going to search up glow. And then we'll do the glow under stylize right there. And we're going to drag it to emitter. Perfect. And you see how like it provides like more of a depth to it? That is what we want with that. So then we're going to Command D that and do a second layer. So then your second layer will be named glow 2. So on glow 2, we are going to change the radius to about, let's go 600. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Okay. I'm liking that. Then we are going to add a drop shadow effect to add that extra layer, make it look a little more natural right there. And we're also going to add that to emitter right there. And we're going to change that opacity to 100. There we go. And then let's do, I don't like that is stuck there, so we might lower down the opacity. There we go. And then we're going to change the softness to about 25. There we go. And distance to about 0. See how we like that. There we go. Then we're going to pre-compose both of them, and we're going to name it animation. There we go. Pre-compose, and we're going to name it animation. Okay, so there you have it. Here is our animation. Looks wonderful. So say you want to do a different logo. So you don't have to completely start over. So what you can do is you can go back onto your project layer right here, and you can click onto logo. So right there, we're going to double click that. And then we're going to add in our new logo. So I'm going to use the old recreational logo right there, and we're going to add it onto here. Right there, and we're going to make it about the same size so that we don't have to fix up anything else. So about that big, and then we'll delete our old logo. So BU. So now we've got this new logo in right there. Then we can go back to render, and it should just fit right in. So we'll click play. Oh, it is glitching just a little bit. There we go. And that is how you make a disappearing logo. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope it was super, super helpful to you guys. And if there's ever any other tutorials you guys would like to see in the future, just let me know. See you guys next time.